Hello all. Today we are having a discussion on the residential status of HUF, firm, AOP, companies and every other person. So first of all we can move to the residential status of HUF, firm or AOP. A Hindu undivided family, firm or association of persons are resident in India in any previous year if the control and management of its affairs is situated wholly or partly in India during the relevant previous year. All the wordings are important. During the relevant previous year, if the control and management of its affairs is situated fully or partly in India, they are said to be resident. Means even if a part of their control and management is situated in India during the previous year, they will be called resident in India. Clear now? If the control and management of the affairs is fully or partly in India during the previous year, they are said to be resident. A resident HUF will be ordinarily resident only when the Karta or manager satisfies both the additional conditions of ordinarily resident as an individual. You know what are the conditions to be fulfilled for becoming ordinarily resident as an individual? So whenever the Karta satisfies, whenever the manager of the family HUF satisfies the two additional conditions of ordinarily resident, then the family is also ordinarily resident. Clear? The place of control and management is the place where the head and seat and directing power are situated. So all the three types of SSAs, HUF, firm or AOP, are non-resident only when the control and management of their affairs is situated wholly outside India or fully outside India. Clear now? Whenever the control and management of the affairs is fully situated outside the country, outside the nation, outside India, then these three SSCs are said to be non-resident. So in between resident and non-resident, there is one more residential status, not ordinarily resident. Firm and AOP cannot be not ordinarily resident. Means they are having only two residential status. Either they will be resident or non-resident. Firm and association of persons. A Hindu undivided family is not ordinarily resident in India if its Karta or manager as an individual is not ordinarily resident in India. When the Karta could not satisfy the two additional conditions as an individual, then the family is also said to be not ordinarily resident in India during the previous year. In this connection, it is important to note that during the last 10 years preceding the previous year, the manager or Karta of HUF had been different. Means they may be different persons from one another. The total period of stay of successive Kartas of the family should be aggregated to determine the residential status of the Karta and consequently its HUF. So we can say that a family, Hindu undivided family, can be ordinarily resident, not ordinarily resident and non-resident. But a firm and AOP can either be resident or non-resident. Clear?